Welcome to the Sports Talks 4133 YouTube channel. Tonight, I got two special guests with me, Enrico, TJ. What's going on, guys?
Hey, Pat, how are you?
I'm doing good. TJ, the other night, you had a college basketball pick, and you got it wrong, so looking pretty found the night here.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, let's start off in the college basketball world, actually. It's Gio Auriemma becomes the all-time winning college basketball coach, men's or women's, setting 1,217 wins after beating FDU last night. So other things that also happened. Alabama takes down Illinois last night, 100-87. TJ, how did you like how Alabama looked last night against Illinois?
Honestly, I was questionable how they did it. I can't lie to you. Mark Steers had 0 points. Their star player had 0 points in that game, but they were still put over up 100 and win the game. So that either shows that Illinois is a really bad team or Alabama's a really good team. And I think Alabama's a really good team, honestly. So I'm happy they were able to rebound from that Purdue game.
Yeah, I mean, Alabama, they're coming off that loss against Purdue. How are they going to respond against an Illinois team who's in the top 25? I think, where were they a top 25 team? Maybe not. You got teams like Ole Miss and other teams that could have maybe got in there. But they put Illinois in the top 25. But you said Alabama's star player has no points last night, and they still drop 100. They looked amazing. Enrico, any thoughts or comments on this one?
No, you guys said it. I think Bama played great out there.
Yeah, exactly. They did. And also, as we said, starting this afternoon today, we had some NCAA tournaments got underway, including a huge one this afternoon at 12 o'clock, as Drake upset Miami today, 80-69. TJ, you watched this game a little bit in school. Can you tell us a little bit on how this game went down today?
Yeah, I will. Basically at the start of the game, it was basically Drake just like I said. I told you this by the way, before school. Drake was gonna win this one, and you were like, no, they're not. But they were gonna win this one no matter what. Their team looks amazing. At the start of the game, they just went on a big run. Miami was never able to catch up. It was just amazing all throughout. Rebounding was a big point in that game. They were getting out rebounded by a lot in that first half, and they were just never able to catch up.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. I mean, now here's the big question is, how is Miami responding to this? Because, that ACC has some great teams. Duke, UNC, those great teams that are going to compete. And already dropping a non-conference loss to a team like Drake should not be happening for this Miami team. Because they're a good team. They're in the tournament almost every single year. And they can never really get to where they want to be in the national title and win one. TJ, any concerns? Are you scared at all about this Miami team? Or do you think it's just more of it's an upset?
I think I didn't think it was upset personally, but people view it as an upset. So I think so. But I would think they'll catch up perfectly. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think it's very early still. We're playing November college basketball. It's very early. Let's move on now to some college basketball games tonight here. We have quite a few great games tonight, but three highlighting the night here. Starting it off in just a bit, number 13 Baylor versus number 22 St. John's. Who do you guys have tonight?
Me personally, I had Baylor going.
Yeah, I mean, Baylor, to me, they're just the way better team on paper. This team, I know they got blown out by Gonzaga on opening night, but since then, I feel like how they've been responding to teams. I mean, they played, Tarleton State, I believe, blew them out this year. This team is still a great team. They just lost to Gonzaga on opening night. It was a slow start to the year. I'm not the biggest on St. John's right now. I think we still need to see some more from them. I just don't think they're fully there yet. I'm going to take Baylor tonight. TJ, who do you got?
Yeah, I'll take Baylor as well. Basically, I do think that Baylor has what it is to do to win this game. They should against Arkansas opening week, I think. I think ever since then they've kind of been on a uprising, and St. John's hasn't really played a hard team yet. I will say that, but we'll see. I'm gonna take Baylor though tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game, a great top 25 matchup tonight here. Our second game of the night here, Syracuse taking on Texas tonight here. An interesting matchups. Texas opened up the year as a top 25 team, lost to Ohio State as well on opening night. And so, they've looked pretty solid since. They're not back in the top 25 yet. Syracuse also has one loss, but Syracuse's games here have been very ugly. They've been able to just barely squeeze out wins, double overtime type games against these smaller schools. Who do you have tonight?
All I gotta say is one thing.
What?
Go Syracuse, baby!
I thought you were going to pick them. I'm actually also taking Syracuse. They're an 11-point underdog tonight. You know what? Syracuse tonight over Texas. I think the Syracuse team still has enough in them. I think they have some great guys in this team, and I think they're going to find a way to pull it out. TJ, who do you have?
No, I got Texas all the
Oh,
way.
come on, man.
I got Texas all the way.
Who's this guy?
I don't know why you guys are
Boo,
taking
you
Syracuse.
stink.
I mean, after last time, as you guys can see in the background, I got Marquette jersey. Let's hope this one doesn't turn out wrong. But I do think Texas is, in my opinion, the better team. They just start off on the wrong foot, but I think they're gonna rebound, like I said. So I'm gonna take Texas.
I mean,
You saved the graphic right there at the end. And the final game of the night here in the college basketball world, it's the big notable one. At 9 o'clock here, we have number 11 Tennessee taking on Virginia. Tennessee this year, they're number 11th in the country. They've got some wins under the belt. Anything crazy? No. A lot of wins for smaller schools. Tonight's their first real game of the year, you could say. Virginia, they beat Villanova this year. They're a good team. Who do you guys have tonight?
well, first off, I want to say, TJ, you're not known for making the best picks on this show. And that last pick, I don't think it was the best one for you to have. Let's hope that doesn't bite me in the butt. Tonight, I'm going Tennessee in that game, though.
Yeah, I'm also going Tennessee in this one that I hear of. If you go back a few years ago, maybe I'm taking Virginia, but in the present day right now, give me Tennessee. TJ, who do you got?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go Tennessee. They were able to beat Louisville a couple of weeks ago. That was a pretty big win, in my opinion. That Louisville team looks strong, but at this time, Tennessee is where it's at right now. I think they're gonna be one of those top teams of the year, so I'm gonna take them.
Yeah, they're a great team in the SEC, and they have a great shot to compete with that very depth SEC conference. Let's move now into the NBA tonight. Nothing crazy really goes down in the NBA. I mean, the Cavs win again. Is that a shocker at this point? I don't really know. But the big thing to talk about, we saw the Sixers' big three last night, and they lost to the Grizzlies again. The Sixers now 2-12 on the year. TJ, Enrico, what is up with this team?
Here, this team is pathetic. I'm sorry. Yes, granted, they've been injured a lot. Paul George now out to Monday, I think it said, right?
Yep, he's out for 2 games.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We've been saying this for years, that the team has been faking injuries. Honestly, it could be happening right now, I'm not sure. But they got no heart out there. I was saying this last year in the playoffs when they played the Knicks. And everyone was saying, oh, you're not watching the games. I'm watching them, sadly. They got no heart out there. That's what I got on them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. And go follow Broad Street Sports. We've been quoting them on this entire time with the Sixers here. This Sixers team is pathetic. They really are. They look confused. They look lost. This big three, you go, all right, we're playing the Memphis Grizzlies. We're a favorite. Let's go out there with this big three and win tonight. And they look terrible. Embiid, 35 points. Looked good. Didn't look good with his teammates, though. Maxey, what'd you do last night? Nothing. Paul George, nothing. McCain looked good. Embiid looked good. He did 35 points. But the connection and the chemistry is not there. I've been saying this the last few days. The Sixers have no chemistry. They need to figure it out ASAP. Or this team, right now how this team is playing, they are going to miss the playoffs and they're going to have a top 5 pick in the NBA draft. But if that happens, it goes to OKC. So they're left with very few options. TJ, what do you got on the Sixers?
Okay, I know you guys are Sixers fans. I know you guys are like a little upset, but
I'm actually not a Sixers fan. That's the best part.
Oh, my fault. Okay, but in my opinion, in my opinion, yesterday was actually a pretty winnable game near the end. You guys were coming back. You guys were clawing back, but still ended up losing again. But honestly, there's always some good players on your team that look like they shine every night. Yabusele had 18 points. McCain had 20, and Embiid had 35. Maxey was limited on minutes last night, so yeah, there was that. And then Paul George getting injured again. Ugh, icing on the cake. I bet he'll miss more time than up to Monday, honestly, because that's what kind of happened last time. But I don't know. I kind of marked Friday as a must-win game. Not really must-win game, but just to prove yourself that you're actually still in it. You guys are playing the Brooklyn Nets. No reason you should lose to them at all.
The thing is about the Sixers. You can't win a game in the first quarter. You can't win a game second quarter. You can't win a game in the third quarter. They look, I'm not going to say they look the best through there, but they look halfway solid. In the fourth quarter, I think a dog can play better out there than what Sixers are, besides Jared McCain. Jared McCain's still 2 days into college, and he's the best player out there.
Exactly. Yeah, McCain looks good this year. I'm really glad the Sixers took him in the draft. Did I say I wanted Dalton Connect? Sure, I did. But McCain has looked out. He's looked great for this team. The other thing about the Sixers team is, ever since I didn't want Paul George to be a Sixer. I really didn't. I wanted to go after some different players. Because I knew this was going to happen. He's getting old. He's injury prone. He's just not the same as he used to be back in the day. It's time, I think, to consider, how much is he really going to play for this team? Embiid, like I said, he had 35. He actually looked half decent last night. But you still lost the game. It wasn't enough. Sure, Embiid has one good game. Rest of the team didn't really play that well. They got to figure it out. Let's move on now to the college football world. And this is breaking news for a lot of people who may be watching this, because this actually dropped about 2 minutes ago. Bryce Underwood, the #1 ranked high school player at quarterback, has just switched from LSU to the University of Michigan a few minutes ago. This is very breaking news. He's a 5-star recruit, the biggest recruit that is ever going to Michigan. TJ, Rico, you guys don't like Michigan, but do you think this is going to help him go on the right track in the years to come?
I think it could, especially, maybe it would bring you back on the Michigan side instead of Ole Miss. You never know anymore.
I mean, that might be true.
That's crazy.
But the thing is he must have saw that LSU team. He committed, watched them get blown out by Bama, and lose to the Florida Gators. Rico, obviously you're a good old Florida Gators fan. He must have saw that and said, yeah, I'm out. The next thing in the college football world, last night, Ohio defeats Toledo 24-7. Ohio now in the driver's seat to go to the MAC championship. They'll play their game next Friday night versus Ball State on CBS Sports Network in their final game of the year, looking to get there. And tonight, we have NC State taking on Georgia Tech. This is Georgia Tech's first game since beating #4 Miami 2 weeks ago, 20-23. And Rico, TJ, how do you think Georgia Tech's going to translate, from that Miami game, went to a bye, and they come out against a 5-5 NC State team tonight? Do you think they're going to go into this game hot? Do you think they're going into this game, motivated? How do you think they're going to approach this game tonight?
With watching Georgia Tech this year, you can never make a call about what they're going to do. They could play fantastic one week and then lose to Syracuse next week, which that did happen this year. And then they go and beat Miami, and we just don't know what's going to happen against NC State. I see something though.
Crazy.
TJ,
yeah. I do think Georgia Tech. I think they're gonna go into the game hot, but again, like Rico said, they're very inconsistent, like you were just talking about. But I think they end up winning.
Yeah, I'm also going to go with Georgia Tech tonight. This NC State team is a dumpster fire. Rico, do you have a pick tonight on this one between NC State and Georgia Tech?
I'm going to go with Georgia Tech because, again, if you doubt them, they're going to win. If you don't, they're going to lose. So I'm going Georgia Tech.
Yes, sir. Go Georgia Tech. Yeah, I mean, you're honestly really right about that. Some weeks they come out, they look like this amazing team. And then they came in that Miami game on a bad note and then beat them. It's the beauty of college football. Let's move in now to the NHL tonight. Here, just two little things tonight. First up, also dropping about 5 minutes ago, Alex Ovechkin has broken his left fibula and will be out 4 to 6 weeks. The 39-year-old hockey player is going to be out for some more time. I mean, the Capitals are second in the Metropolitan Division, but Alexander Ovechkin really hasn't been that piece that they needed this year. They had great other guys being able to step up, a lot of rookies being able to step up for this team as well. So I don't really know if this is going to affect them too much. And then tonight, we'll see the Hurricanes and the New Jersey Devils. This is 1 versus 3 in the Metropolitan Division tonight. Really, to be honest, a really fun game to look out for. Two teams with some great offense and some great defense. You know what? Let's make a pick, guys. Who do you have tonight, Hurricanes or Devils?
I'm going to go Devils. They've been great in the past few years. They're looking good this year. I'm going Devils.
TJ, who do you got tonight? Devils?
No reason whatsoever. I'm just gonna take the Hurricanes just to go against Rico.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, great. TJ.
Yeah.
So you're saving the graphics. I'm actually going to go with the Devils tonight as well. And now, finally, what you guys have been waiting for. It's Thursday Night Football. tonight, the 8-2 Pittsburgh Steelers will travel to the 2-8 Cleveland Browns tonight here. A fun NFC North divisional rivalry game. Just some interesting stats for it. So we always talk about how great Mike Tomlin is as a coach. Oh, he's one of the greatest coaches of all time. There's no question about it. However, Thursday night has not been nice to him. He is 1-7 on Thursday night on the road in his career. 0-3 versus the Browns on Thursday Night Football, and 0-7 versus the AFC North. Excuse me, the entire Steelers team is 0-7 since the AFC North since 1980, and the Browns are 4-0 at home versus the AFC North in Thursday Night Football games since 2007. So, with this being said, do you think there's a chance that the Browns are going to win this game tonight?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The Browns look god awful. They have Jameis Winston at quarterback right now. I love famous Jameis, don't get me wrong. But the thing is, the dude's throwing to absolutely no one out there.
That is true.
Like, they have Jerry Jeudy who they're not using well. They traded Amari Cooper a few weeks ago. Like, no, the Browns don't have a chance to win. But I do see the Steelers' luck running out soon. I don't see them as Super Bowl contender team coming up soon. I just want to put that out.
I think the Steelers team right now, they look great. You know, they beat Washington. They've got some great ones. They're coming off a win against Baltimore last week, but they're still struggling in a way. You know, the offense hasn't really connected. They didn't score a touchdown versus the Ravens last week. You know, it was only field goals. The Steelers team offense is not right there right now. Russ Wilson, sure, he looked all right last week, but the Steelers offense hasn't looked amazing this year. The defense, don't get me wrong, maybe arguably the best defense in the NFL. TJ, do you think there's a chance that the Browns win this game tonight?
Absolutely not. Like Arika said, there's no way they're gonna win, in my opinion. Steelers should get this one easy, in my opinion.
That's a good pick. He's made his whole show.
Yeah, I mean, it's a rivalry game. I don't think the Steelers are going to drop this one tonight. The Browns are terrible. They really are. They've got some terrible losses under their belt. They lost to the Giants this year. That's pretty sad. I just don't know what to feel about this Browns. And obviously, you know, trade deadline's next Wednesday night. I wouldn't be shocked if Myles Garrett is going after this game. I could see tonight being Myles Garrett's last game on Cleveland tonight. So, let's move in. I know you guys have already kind of your pick. We'll make it official tonight. Who do you have tonight? Steelers or the Browns?
I'm going to be honest here. I have a hot take here. I'm going Steelers winning. Who would have thought that?
TJ, who do you got?
Yeah, I'll jump on that too. I'll take the Steelers.
All right, for my pick tonight, I've thought about this quite a lot. And you know what? Give me the Steelers. I'm not taking the Browns. There's no shot whatsoever. I'm taking this Browns team. I mean, you got to remember, you go back to last year, or was that last year or 2 years ago, when the Steelers played the Patriots, and they threw the graphic up, and it had Bill Belichick instead of a player on there. Remember that? You know, Mike Tomlin, he can't beat these bad teams on Thursday night. He can't win on Thursday night. I could see this game being a lot closer than people think. It could be a lower scoring type game tonight, because the Browns defense is all right.
No, they're
it's
not.
not amazing.
Why are you lying?
It's whatever.
Why is he lying?
Now, how the Browns going to score points tonight? I don't know. That's a question for the game to decide. But yeah, I'm taking the Steelers tonight. So that'll wrap up our Thursday night podcast here. TJ and Rico, thank you so much for joining me here tonight on this podcast. And see you later.